right, we're out here today at Catalina Bay. We're continuing our look at the pros and cons of buying a lakefront property here in Granbury, and we're looking at all the top neighborhoods. Not in order from worst to best or best to worst. We started at the dam and we're working our way up the lake. Go back and watch that first video just in case. We did an overview of the lake and gave you some key points, things you need to know. But right now we're in front of Catalina Bay, which is easily one of the most unique communities you're gonna find in the city of Granbury. You see the terracotta roofs. These are high-end homes. Most of these on the water are gonna be well over $1 million. The ones that are on the canals are usually about 1 to 1.3 million. These main bodies are gonna be much more expensive. This neighborhood adjoins to another neighborhood called the Islands. They have two separate entrances, but it's the same neighborhood. They go in the same community. And when they were developed, the legal name was Catalina Bay. So technically, they kind of both are Catalina Bay. So we're gonna go back 20 years and show you how these properties fared during the drought using some satellite imagery. We're gonna show you the water depth around the shoreline. And then we're gonna show you all the things you need to know about the HOA. What are the monthly costs? What are the amenities? And highlight everything you need to know about the property. And finally, we're gonna actually drive through the neighborhood and show you what it looks like driving the streets and highlight a house that's actually for sale right now. Every now and then you'll find a property that is not on the water at all. There's actually a new one that just hit the market yesterday with a pool for $750. So great community, and there might be some lower end options, but we're focused just on lakefront primarily, so I don't want to get into all the details. But with that, let's go to the office and we'll do the rundown. So we're looking at Catalina Bay today. We're out here, and this is one of my favorite neighborhoods for waterfront properties due to the way these homes have the aesthetic appeal. Terracotta, California, Mediterranean style homes. Beautiful homes, some stucco. I love the way they look, and they're in a great location. They're right next to water's edge. Very similar feel in terms of the canals, but the Catalina Bay neighborhood and the island are a little bit newer in development. They were, developed more so around the 2010 and newer. So a lot newer than, say, water's edge. And you'll see right as we go into the neighborhood how beautiful some of these properties are. I'm gonna share my screen with you, and we're gonna take a look at some drone footage that I have for this specific neighborhood. So flying up from here, you notice the terracotta roof, Spanish style roofs. All the homes in the community have that similar style. You notice here you're gonna have a few main body properties that are also located in the Catalina Bay neighborhood, and they are gonna be some premium locations. Most of them have pools, main body access, just wonderful location for those. Most of the homes are going to be canal properties. Very rarely will you see any properties in here for under $1 million nowadays, as we're at 2026 now. You will from time to time, but it's not near as often. So we're going to go into the Google Earth portion, and we're going to show you basically how this properties fared during the drought back in 2013, 2014. So looking 2023, the water levels look good. Water levels look good here. Everything looks great. And then here's the drought. So dried up a lot of the areas. So no access to the water for any of the homes that are located out here. Same is true for 2013. And the next satellite images we have are before the neighborhood was developed. But as you see, water was here. So filled back up 2016, really 2015, everything was pretty much good to go. So with that, we have an idea of how these things fare. Now we're gonna move over and look at the Fisher map, and you can see 9 foot is what you're seeing located down some of these canals. I see 8 foot down at this portion here. So somewhere between 7 to 10 foot, mostly through these canals. It's 6 foot right here at the mouth in the entry. So as you go through these canals, outside here is 10 foot along this portion. The deeper portions of the lake, as you can see, are gonna be going on the opposite side. So with that, we're gonna move to a Google Map view. So it's very similar to what we saw in Water's Edge. Water's Edge community, as you can see, is right here, and then the Catalina Bay is right here. So from the lake and from the land, they're very close to one another. You can drive from Water's Edge to Catalina Bay in 45 seconds. The same for a boat ride. You're right there next to each other, both land and lake. So sometimes you can be close by lake, far from land, close by land and far from lake. So the way this lake snakes around can be a little confusing in terms of keeping up with where you're at. So with that, we have given you a good tour of Catalina Bay. I want to highlight the HOA fees for you. So HOA fees are running $1,200 per year or $100 a month. They have gated entrances, no parks, none of that kind of stuff, so not many amenities and things of that nature. It's just a well-kept community that holds its value very well, and they maintain some of the landscaping and things around the area. So with that, if you have any questions, comments, you want to find out anything about Catalina Bay, let me know. We're going to drive out to the neighborhood, give you some driving footage, highlight a home that's for sale right now out in Catalina Bay. And with that, I hope this has been some great information for you. Again, have any questions, let me know. We'll see you out in Catalina Bay with some more information. As you see, all the homes out here have those beautiful Spanish style roofs. Very attractive. Gives the neighborhood a very unique look and feel. No other neighborhood feels like this in Granbury for sure. Mediterranean style homes, nice brick. Great community overall. Now, just an FYI, if you wanted to go and look at this community in person, it is gated, as a lot of the communities in Granbury are. It is gated. Beautiful home right here for sale with a pool. It is gated, so if you want to get in, just give me a call. All right, we're out in the Catalina Bay neighborhood, and we're giving you a drive around for the neighborhood. We've already done the lake, and we've already gone in the office and showed you all the information about the HOA. Today we're standing out here in front of a property that is on the market. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath home built in 2007. It's on the market for 1.695, basically 1.7. You notice out here, as we mentioned while we were on the lake, you have the Spanish style roofs. Beautiful neighborhood. It's one of the more unique communities around Granbury, and if you're looking for a waterfront home, this is definitely one of the premier places that you'd want to look. So this property here, built in 2007, is 3,500 square foot, and it's right at 1.7 million. There's several homes that are available out here right now. We could give you a list of those if you wanted. You may be seeing this a few months in the future, and if so, a lot of these have probably already sold. So what we're going to do, we're going to fly up, show you a little bit of information about the neighborhood, and then we're going to drive around so you can get a feel for what all these homes look like. But if you just look around, beautiful properties, honestly, very unique, curb appeal, and love the Spanish style roofs and the Mediterranean homes that you'll see out here in the Catalina Bay area.